it's always good to get some support for the heartbeat in the morning. Guten Morgen. Es ist schön, Sie alle wiederzusehen nach einer kurzen Nacht. Die Sonne scheint und ich freue mich, dass wir Sie zum BE-terna Day 2022 in Leipzig begrüßen dürfen. Auch in diesem Jahr, jedes Jahr versuchen wir eine spannende Agenda aufzustellen und Sie haben sie ja gelesen und sind der Agenda gefolgt und das freut mich sehr. Unser Anspruch ist, jedes Jahr irgendetwas Neues zu machen und uns nicht zu wiederholen. Sonst wird es sehr langweilig, außer Kundenstories. Kunden-Success-Stories, die dürfen sich gerne wiederholen. Wir wollen ganz, ganz viel Zeit zum Netzwerken lassen. Also die Zeit zwischen den Präsentationen ist auch sehr, sehr wichtig. Dafür haben wir sehr, sehr viel Zeit eingeplant und natürlich jede Menge neue Dinge noch mit präsentieren. Und eins der neuen Dinge ist, dass ich jetzt auf Englisch sprechen werde. So, let's talk in English for all the people with English speaking know-how here, and welcome to the BE-terna Days. This is not the only new thing we will present, and I hope this is okay for you. Please raise your hand if you don't understand my English, so I can help you afterwards. So the good thing first, the bomb has been deactivated this night. So thank you for the mobile team. You went to the city center last night, I heard, and thank you for solving that problem. And and I hope that the other bombs we have in the world, like wars, pandemic, inflation, will be solved very soon. Thank you, Mr. Stechan. Oh. Okay, these are the first BE-terna Days in German and English, and so we have some hopefully very interesting spices for you, some customer stories, we have some presentations about our offering, and we have some colleagues from Telefónica Tech here, and this is what we will present you later. What we planned, you already know the agenda, but at the end of the day, there's an open discussion. We have prepared some questions and some speakers, but feel free to join the discussion and take part, participate, and come on stage, or we have a microphone there. Please raise your question, or please provide your answers or your opinion. So it's an open discussion. It's not defined the end. It's open. Before we start in the day, please allow me to take a look back, but just 1 year, because 1 year ago I was standing here in front of you, and I already had that feeling, okay, Rico, this is the last time you stand here alone, right? Because some days ago in September 2021, one colleague, let's give him the name Milan, wrote me an email, and this email was that one. A really great friend of mine worked in New York at Macy's, large fashion retailer, maybe you know, and for almost 10 years. And her experience could be very valuable, potentially in our company in terms of consulting and specific fashion retail related processes. Thank you for that email. And what I did is typing that name directly into LinkedIn search field, and I called that lady later on and traveled virtually in a flat to New York City in the middle of Brooklyn. And we had some long conversations and discussions, and I shared what I'm dreaming of in business-related terms. I shared some ideas, what we want to achieve with the business, what we can achieve more with fashion, and we discussed that. And because at the same time last year I was writing the update of our fashion business plan, and I had a lot of ideas in mind, and I shared that ideas with her, what was inside to what can we achieve next to ERP. So we are well known as ERP provider, but we can achieve much more in BE-terna Group, and this is what I was thinking of with her. And some days, nights, weeks later, she decided with her husband to first make a very huge decision and come back to Europe. And now she's my colleague, and I'm very proud of that. And what we have done is we started in January to work on that business plan again. And to be very honest, we completely reworked that. And now it's not only my business plan anymore, it's our business plan. And not only our business plan, so we have written down a complete purpose of what we want to achieve for you. And it's not just a paper, it's for the whole team, and the team is here next to us. And now maybe you are very interested in who is that lady, where is that lady, and what they have written down. And let's ask her directly in her role as Business Development Manager, Chief Blog Post Officer, and Miss Beyond ERP, Marija Stanković from Split. Hi, Marija.
I was like, no clapping.
What?
I thought they weren't going to clap, so I was no clapping. Thank you, Rico, for that lovely introduction.
I mentioned, so you come back.
Yes.
Why? Please, maybe you can introduce yourself and you can share what we have written down.
Yes. So, hi, everybody. My name is Marija, as Rico said, the lady from New York City. So, yes, I've been living in New York and United States for about 16 years, working at Macy's, as Rico said, for 11 in both buying and marketing. And as life moved on and Corona happened, me and my husband decided it was time to come back home to Europe. We were both from the Adriatics region. I'm originally from Croatia. My husband is still from Belgrade. So we decided it was time to move back. And my dear friend Milan, who Rico was mentioning, who's sitting actually in the audience right now, who you'll meet later on in the day, connected me with Rico. I thought he was connecting me with Rico too, because he has an extensive knowledge of the retailers in Europe. Maybe he can connect me with somebody. But then as we started talking and he started telling me about the BE-terna and what the company does and the knowledge and the experience that we now, not they, have in the company, I was actually really blown away. The expertise and the amount of years that we have been doing in the fashion and retail industry is really astonishing, and Rico wanted me to come on board and help advance that and really broaden the scope of what we can do for you guys and kind of round it out into an end-to-end offering, if you will. So as Rico said, we have been well known as an ERP provider, and without a solid foundation, no one can do anything these days. But not having a good ERP solution would put you at a disadvantage. But how do you get the advantage of being ahead of the competition and what you can really do to serve the customer today? I was going to save this for my speech at 1:15, but I'll just do it quickly now. The retail industry is changing rapidly. I think we can say every day, and a good ERP will get you only so far, but what more can you really do to serve your customers, your end customers, the proper way? So from data and AI perspective, from CRM and CE perspective, which we'll talk about at 1:15 at the talk that I'll have with my already mentioned colleague Milan and Andre, and then Patrick from Y1. So we're connecting the whole picture, not just from the fashion team here in Leipzig, but as you know, BE-terna has over 1,000 employees. We have, I think, 28 offices, 10 countries, and there's a vast knowledge outside of the ERP scope. And we look forward to showing you what we have beyond just ERP.
Thank you for being here.
Yes.
So now let's start the day, and we'd like to start with you. Welcome on stage, Bernhard Lang, our CEO. Nice to have you here.
Thank you.
And then we also have our colleague from Telefónica, Renato Jurjević.
Hi. Please. Yeah, if you remember last year, it was your first time, Bernd, coming to Leipzig, and you shared that comparison for efficiency, standardization, harmonization, and you compared the harbor from Hamburg from the year 19 whatever with the harbor in the 20th century, right? About efficiency. And now my question is, in the beginning, how many harbors did you see in the past 12 months in BE-terna, and How did they look like?
We see many harbors, and I think to translate that picture a bit, I mean, we talked about that last year. There was a huge efficiency explosion, this comparison, the harbor 1900 and the harbor nowadays. And we were discussing about the reasons for that efficiency explosion. And it was clearly the standard. The standard was the container, right? And the standard fits on all kinds of cranes, trucks, trains. It fits on the ships. You can staple it on the ships. And through that standard, you had efficiency explosion. The second element was the automatization. The cars were going autonomous, everything was fully automated, and this resulted in this huge efficiency explosion. And translating that picture now in our industry, of course we have the cloud ahead of us. The cloud is innovation platform. Some of you are already in the cloud, some of you are cloud ready, some of you have plans to become cloud ready, and that's the big piece of work ahead of us that will allow us to become more efficient and maybe work on this efficiency explosion. And I believe the way how we will collaborate in the future will be different. Right now, running an ERP project with a beginning and an end, that's the way how we worked in the past and how we still work mainly. But in future, we believe if we're all on the same platform in the cloud, we will work on improving the experience, becoming more efficient and having something like this efficiency explosion. And therefore, I believe we will see many harbors and we will agree on standards. I think this is a beautiful audience as well. I enjoyed it a lot last year, the first time. So this year I come back and know already some of the colleagues, and we can continue what we've discussed last year. And I think that's very powerful, such a community, like our workshop yesterday, where we talk about sustainability, a new topic that everybody has on their agenda, and developing these topics in such an audience based on a common standard platform. I think that's very powerful, and that should allow us to work very efficient. So I'm very happy to be back this year, and looking forward to many interesting projects with this audience.
Thank you. So BE-terna has grown over the years through multiple acquisitions and mergers, but this Telefónica acquisitions feels like it brings us on the next level. It feels much more important and bigger. From your perspective, from a global playing field and from the experience that the colleagues from Telefónica bring to us, what can you tell the audience? What can they expect from the Telefónica acquisition from BE-terna side?
So when you implement the ERP, that's usually the heart of our architecture. Somebody said that yesterday as well. It's the heart. Yeah? Everything else is affected around that. But BE-terna is focusing on the ERP. But I think if you look at it holistically, if you look at all the topics left and right, there is far more to get. And I think there are so many opportunities. If you look at it end to end, starting from e-commerce, working in a safe environment, where we will talk about in a moment. I think there's so many topics affected when you implement the ERP, where we said, okay, there's so much opportunity ahead of us, where we also have to look for a strong partner, strong financial partner with a very strong offering, technology offering when it comes to the cloud technology, when it comes to cybersecurity, which is a big threat all over the world, also for our customers, where we saw a big opportunity also to join forces, be part of a bigger group, and also serve our customers with a more holistic end-to-end offering. But we have Renato from Telefónica with us today, and maybe you can give us some insights directly. Welcome to BE-terna, and welcome to this lovely audience today. Renato, okay. Please.
Thanks, Bernhard. I believe it is great to have BE-terna now as a part of Telefónica family, Telefónica Tech family. Okay, and I believe that what Bernhard mentioned, we do not have now just the possibility to offer you through BE-terna really leading business applications, but we have possibility also to find a way how to protect this application when you are implementing this either on premise or in a cloud or in such kind of hybrid environment. So this is something which is really unique, and I believe when we're comparing this with any other vendors which can offer you such kind of solution, this is pretty difficult to find such kind of combination. But a little bit about Telefónica. We are currently together with you guys now more than 5,000 people worldwide, with offices in Spain, US, UK, Brazil, and Latin America, plus Germany. Okay, and so basically our role is to offer to the companies really such kind of next generation solutions, such as cloud solutions, such as cybersecurity solutions, such as IoT solutions, artificial intelligence, but also blockchain. So we are currently serving more than 5.5 million customers worldwide. Okay, so idea is definitely to use all these synergies, and know-how what we have, and combining it with such kind of end-to-end solution what we will be able to provide you together with BE-terna. Yeah, basically our goal is at Telefónica, helping customers to implement these new technologies. And when we are talking about organization here in Germany, we are focusing on two key segments. One segment is cloud networking solutions, and also cybersecurity solutions. And we believe that basically these two solutions are key to make sure that companies can do this digitalization process successfully. Because if you are not taking care about these two segments, our statistics are showing us that basically 70% of digitization processes are not successful. So our idea is to help the companies to make this process successful and secure. Okay.
So we build the applications, and you guys build almost like a secure wall around those applications. I think that we know that, I think you said at some point that it's not matter whether you'll get attacked, it's when you'll get attacked, which is really scary. So unfortunately, we have some members of the audience who were victims of those kind of attacks. What advice can you give them for future and how to prevent that?
This is right. It's not if, it's just when you will be attacked. Okay, but there are few things what organization can do. Okay, so maybe just a few sets. Okay, so this is huge impact on huge impact what organization have, and first of all, expectation is that cybercrime, the damages to cybercrime will be, by 2025, approximately $20 billion of US dollar. Okay, so this is absolutely crazy. When we are talking about ransomware, you were aware of some of the attacks last and earlier this year. So this is also, currently we are talking about, damages of approximately 20 billion of US dollar, and so this will be going toward approximately 200 billion, by 2031. So numbers are absolutely crazy. And maybe regarding ransomware, you mentioned some of customers had unfortunately this experience, but some of the stats are showing that more than 1/3 of all companies, so 37% of the companies were attacked by ransomware already. Recovering from the ransomware attack costs companies approximately $2 million US dollar. Okay, so it is really important to find a way how to make sure to protect your company. So from our side, basically, what we would suggest, first of all, to implement new generation of security solutions, such as Secure Service Edge or zero trust network access. So Secure Service Edge is a combination of network as a service and security as a service. So with this solution can help you, first of all, to make sure that communication between your offices or your sites are more effective and faster. So this is one piece, because when you are going from this let's say typical infrastructure approach, you have headquarters and you have sites, and all the sites are connected to the headquarters and going to the internet. So this is always the challenge you have especially now when you have a lot of people working from home. You have the challenges that basically, or from your offices. So you have to build this infrastructure in your headquarter, and this is not really effective. So with this new approach, all the offices or your working or the colleagues working from home have a possibility to access application directly in the cloud. But this is one thing, to access applications in the cloud. But on the other side, it is important to make sure that this communication is secure. And these are basically two new technologies, such as Secure Service Edge as a part of SASE solution, and another way, to make sure that basically access to all the applications and all the services, all the data should be more secure. This is the new technology, Zero Trust Network Access. So this is basically two components related to cloud security, network and cloud security. But something which is really important, this is always important to protect your customers on the endpoint level. This piece is really important. This is such kind of unified endpoint security solutions and endpoint management solutions. So when you are taking care about these three layers, you have possibility to protect your organizations pretty good regarding majority of the attacks.
Thank you, Renato. And we all love secure ways when we walk, right? But the cloud is, where's the cloud? I'm not sure, but the cloud is far away outside of our business corporate network, and what we need is that way. And we have the experience, and I always have that discussion with our customer. I have so bad connectivity in my shopping mall behind some walls, and not security walls, real walls. And now we collected, Bernd, I know you collected some experience, and what can we offer now to be really online and not to have to implement something on-prem anymore, so we can benefit from the cloud capabilities? Maybe you first, Bernd, your experience, and what can we offer, Renato, afterwards?
Yeah, in this new setup, we are learning now, and learning the capabilities of our new mother. And I had a discussion with a customer from the fashion industry who said, okay, don't talk to me about cloud strategy, because the location where I'm operating from, they have no connectivity, we have no fiber, and then we have to operate everything locally. And then we reached out to our new parent. O2 is also part of the Telefónica family here in Germany. I think this is one of the three big telecommunication providers. And they immediately checked, okay, can we do something on the connectivity as a first step to give you a faster access in order to prepare for cloud transformation and give you the connectivity that is needed. And so we learned there are many opportunities in the new group that we can also offer to our customers. The second was that the colleagues from O2 immediately developed a new tariff for us and for our customers. So a very attractive
BE-terna tariff.
BE-terna tariff, yeah. So I never thought that I will sell telecommunication tariffs, but so this was also a new opportunity, and I was not aware that even connectivity is an issue for some of our customers before you can even start a cloud transformation. So I think it's fantastic what kind of offerings we have, and then I think in this case it was really very remote, and I think all first evaluations, can we do something with local providers, with Fiber Connect, were not successful, but now the colleagues came up with Starlink, yeah? And I think there's a Starlink cooperation somehow planned that Elon Musk, very, very known right now, that he's supplying whole Ukraine with fast satellite connectivity, and so this is new opportunities what we can also offer in our client situations, and improve the situation and help with the cloud transformation with our customers.
This is good to be part of Telefónica Group, Bernhard, so that we can really offer such kind of end-to-end solution. So starting from business applications, offering infrastructure. Regarding connectivity, what you mentioned, two challenges. I believe I mentioned the first of these challenges. How to make sure that your infrastructure is lean and and really effective. Such kind of SD-WAN solutions, what are part of this global SASE approach. This is network as a service approach. Offer you possibility that you can use connectivity MPLS. To have such kind of connections between your offices and headquarters. So this is one solution, but another possibility is 5G. And I believe O2 in Germany is definitely leading this game and this race here in Germany. But there is also possibility to offer you fixed line connection. So in such kind of solution. You can have also backup solution. If something is not working, you can use another backup solution. And good news is that you mentioned about such kind of special tariffs, and my colleague Thomas Felsenmeyer is here with us, and I believe he has some really cool offer for you guys. So maybe you can talk to him a little bit later regarding Telefónica Germany or O2 business offers. And on the other side, my colleague Frank Seemann is here, and he can help us. He can help you regarding how you can implement such kind of new technologies, such as SD-WAN, SASE solutions in your organization to help you to improve the connectivity. And I believe in this combination, what we can offer to you, starting from BE-terna business applications, using our network capabilities. Including security and also Telefónica Germany, connectivity solutions. I believe this is a pretty unique solution. And if you need anything, any component of these solutions, just let us know, and we will find the way to support you.
Thank you, Renato. And Frank and Thomas, please stand up, wave your hand. So if you have questions, connect to those nice guys in the break somewhere here and ask your questions. And thank you for this round here. So if you have any more questions to Renato and Bernhard, so this is what we can do in the breaks. Nice to have you here next to me. And now we prepare the next step. I kindly ask, where is he? Hans-Joachim Schöffel from Pop Confession Group. So we need 2 minutes now to just prepare the slides, and then we are back. Thank you.
Thank you.